You already said your ancestors are working for you. Allow your ancestors to work for you. Don't talk about your best program. I will leave.
Come on. Go.
You know my way now. You cannot win the wager alone. Talk about wager. You know about the hate you. You did not nominate people. You did not nominate people. States.
Do you guys know that I predicted this exact behavior from Faith after the nomination process? Like, I just knew that he was going to run with the narrative of, oh, they hate me, most hated, I just knew. Like, Faith is becoming very predictable at this point. I feel like he's trying to pass that vibe. Like, he wants to be in that situation where he's like that person that gets on your nerves, maybe makes you flip or whatever it is. And especially like with the housemates, he likes that, okay, he's like pushing a few buttons here and there and he's not being liked, right? I think that this is part of his game plan or part of his gameplay, which concurs with what he said in his like write-up before entering Big Brother, the whole thing of stepping on toes and stuff. So I knew that I was going to I knew that this display was going to happen. I am not surprised at all. And I'm going to show you guys how they nominated and the people that they called up before nullifying the nominations, because people that ended up nullifying it. So I'm going to show you the people that they called up and why this Faith display came about, right? And then while Faith was in this gathering, almost everybody on the table had the same view. They were like telling him, like, didn't you nominate people? You're complaining about being hated. You were not the only one that was called up. So why are you talking like that? Media spoke to him. Isabella also asked him the same question, right?
When you went to say, did you call somebody's name or you not call somebody's name?
Relax. See, the difference is.
So it's just that your own came more than others. Simple. You nominated people too.
What do you mean the difference is? The difference is when he was just saying the difference is what is the difference? You went in there, you nominated people nominated you. It just so happens that you got more nominations than others, right? So if he's thinking like this, what is it going to be like if he sees the results? Because he actually had the highest number of nominations from the housemates. Let me even read out that the results from that before I show you guys how they nominated. Faith had 5 nominations. He had the most, and next was Sultana and Ivata. Sultana had 4, Ivata had 4, Zita had 4. Yeah, Thelma had 3, Tracy had 3. Right, the rest 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Culture, Jason, Denari, Kebobo 2, Koyin, Imisi 2, Isabella 2, then Kola, Joanna, Doris, Bright, Big Sosobide, and they had 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So imagine if he had seen the number of people that actually nominated him. That means we're not going to hear words for the whole week. So I'm gonna show you guys how the housemates nominated. I've not even welcomed you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Very rude. Welcome back to my channel. I was already rambling and ranting. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, please do well to like, share, comment, and all the good stuff. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video. So as I was saying, the reason Thelma was getting pissed off at that display or what was happening on the table there was because they were trying to discuss their wager situation. They were trying to discuss ideas for their wager. Apparently, for some they are in the same group, so they were trying to discuss the wager for. They were trying to put ideas together for the wager presentation. And here you have Faith talking about how he's being hated and all of that. So that's why she called him out. Like, this is not the right time to be having this conversation. Later on, you can bring your personal issues or talk about your personal situation, right? And he now told her to leave and stuff. So that's what happened there. Then for Victory, I knew that his media round was going to be something. He basically said that Sultana asked him for a kiss he said yesterday. Yeah, that's on this Sunday, Saturday night. I think after the party, he said that he gave her cigarettes, and then she now said she feels like kissing him, and he now said, where's that one coming from, right? Was he said no, what? You can't hear me. Um, he's very intentional about what he does, and he's very predictable right now. Anything Faith is doing now, I don't get surprised. He doesn't surprise me one bit. Yeah, Crystal, is it the sound? Guys, let me know if the sound is. I'm sure the sound is okay for soprano. Musa to be hearing me. I'm sure the sound is okay. Let me know if the sound is fine. Right. Welcome back. Welcome, guys. So, like I said, fate is very predictable. I'm not even surprised. Then back to the victories situation. He was telling Ibuka that he Sultana asked him for a kiss, right? Let me just play it so that you guys can hear from the horse's mouth.
Yesterday she asked to kiss me. I don't understand that.
When?
You guys should go and find it though, because me, I know she will come out and say it's a lie.
After the party?
Yes, I gave her a cigarette. After she got it, she said she felt like kissing me. And I was like, relax, so mind what you are saying, no.
Oh, it's all right. Victory said, Sultana, imagine if they actually had a kiss. It would have been chaotic. It would have been crazy because I would have been like, from where to where? Like, how did you guys get to this point? Like, you guys are literally enemies throughout the week, especially from Sultana. She has literally not been in good terms with him, just like carrying face for him. So imagine now seeing a clip of them kissing yesterday, as I mean, 2 days ago. Yesterday, he said yes, no, 2 days ago. Imagine now seeing that. It would have been crazy. Oh. That would have been a whole new storyline for the week. On the other hand, we have only heard from him. So when she comes out, we'll also hear from her and now know. So let's not conclude. But the way he's saying they should play the clip, he sounds very like as if sounds very, not that he sounds very sure. He's being very like it sounds very he's saying it authoritatively, right? So Kaine and Negodo, when she comes out, she'll hear and let us know whether that happened or that did not happen, right? Um, she just said they were waiting for Ruboy to confirm whether Kibabo was in their group, and while waiting, that's when Faith brought the eviction issue. Regardless, they were still gathered to talk about wager. Like, you don't need to be talking about your personal problems to all of those people. It's not still their friends. They did not gather for that. So if you have a gathering for that, you can have that conversation on the side. The gathering was for the wager presentation, even though they had not started talking about it. That's what they gathered for. So what is their business with your personal situation? These are not like your besties in the house. They are only gathered there because they have a wager thing. So they will obviously not be willing to listen to your complaint about nomination. So I think that was not the right time, right? Victory, she was playing. Anyway, when we see it, we'll know. When she comes out, she'll defend that. So I'm not gonna dwell on that. Yeah, you guys should please drop a like. So how did housemates nominate? Let's talk about how they nominated. Let me play the nomination clips for you guys. Right?
Cultural and color.
Culture, Thelma.
Sultana and Joanne.
Ivata, Denari.
Jason and Koyi.
Jason J. Doris.
Faith and Sita.
Thelma Lawson and Faith.
K Bobo and Inisi.
Isabella and Sultana.
This particular nomination surprised me. I was like, I thought you and Sultana had a long French kissing situation. How is she the one that you're nominating? It just made me feel like Koyi is being very strategic in this house. I feel like that was from a place of strategy, but we would hear from them when they have their what they call that thing that they do in the diary room when they have when they go inside and talk to Big Brother. I don't know why my head is skipping right now, but he nominated Sultan, and then obviously Kola. I knew that he was going to call Jason because throughout today he has been saying so much about Jason, which I'm going to talk about in another video, right? So let's continue. There are more housemates to be talked about.
Right, Morgan, Sita.
Ivata Sultana.
Zita and Faith.
Mide and Denari. Sultana and Suso. Day and I.
Sorry, I need to take this back.
Sultana and Suso. Day and Ivata.
This one is Oha for Oha, Egusi for Egusi. Mide nominated Zita, Zita nominated Mide, Soso nominated Dede nominated Soso. Those ones are very obvious, right? So Oha for Oha is good. Let them be matching the energy there um in the diary room, right?
Ivata and Faith.
Thelma Lawson and Tracy.
Kibabo and Tracy.
Tracy and Koyi. Faith, Zita. Isabella and Inisi.
Did any nomination surprise you guys? Let me know if there's any nomination that surprised you guys. Okay. Dan is saying I'm surprised they didn't get more nominations. Am I surprised? yeah, maybe there are some people that maybe you may have felt like they would nominate her, but they didn't call her name. I guess some people are being strategic and they don't want, or some people may not want it to seem like there's some type of beef there. So I don't know if there's anybody in particular that I expected to call her name. Um, yeah, I was thinking, Omo, I don't know. I don't think I expected more. Sha. She had just, let me see, she had just one. Oh, okay, that was a surprising one. She had just one nomination, which is quite surprising. Maybe if it was two or three, then yes, that would have been expected, right? And her nomination came from Big Soso, obviously because of their issues. And then who else had one that was surprising? No other one was really surprising from those that had one. But yeah, so Couture, I think he's very friendly in the house. I think he's very friendly in the house. So maybe right now, most of the people that are nominating will be nominating those that they're not close to, those that they don't connect with like that. So yeah. Is later on they will not some of them will now try to be strategic, but for now, everybody is nominating from a place of like emotions, I guess. Most of them, rather, not all of them. I thought since Media and Color said she's the most hated, even people this house is only like fates that I know that is going to constantly be up. I think the people that get more nominations are those that are out there, like they are publicly like they are like they talk out like that. Or maybe this is just the beginning. We'll be watching Sha. So the people that are up that Big Brother called their names that they'll be up for possible evictions are Avatar. Let me play it for you guys.
Faith, Thelma Lawson, Tracy, Zeta, Sultana,
So these are the five people that Big Brother called up, you know, all ladies and just Faith. Faith was even saying, oh, he was expecting it, da 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 da. And then he said something about like, being in the midst of ladies and stuff. But yeah, Rude Boy now uses his power as the head of house. You guys know that Rude Boy won head of house. Also, Mensan, his this thing gave him immunity. That's why you did not hear his name in the nomination list. His what did they call it? Most influential of the week gave him immunity. So he was already immune for the week. Then Ruboy now went to pick from the three of trinkets, and apparently the result for that was nullification of nominations. I was surprised by that and disappointed and sad and all of that.
nullify nominations. This means your nominations are null and void.
So since someone said Ivata should not go yet, she's not going. No, they nullified all the nominations, like the names that they called, everything. They ended up nullifying it. I'm pissed off. I'm actually pissed off. Like, how are we going to be having like 22 housemates in week 6? How and why is that happening? Right? I like when there's evictions. Like evictions make me look forward to Sundays to see it just keeps all of us on our toes. Like, oh, what's going to happen? The eviction show is going to be interesting. Just waiting to see who's going to leave. So I don't know. 22 housemates in week 6. That's a lot. People, what are you doing? I know that you are traumatized. We know that you are traumatized from the last year or the last season and not making maybe not getting enough entertainment. But like, calm down now. Even if two people leave the house this Sunday, the house will still be very interesting. If they were still up, I believe that the people that would have gone home would have been between Tracy, Zita, and Ivata, and the house will still be very lively because is I don't think like there's so much when it comes to drama and everything for them. They're more on the calm side, so I don't think it will change so much in the house dynamics. I don't know. I'm just pissed at the whole thing. So I'm also pissed. I don't know how they thought this one. Like I don't know which kind of twist. I was already happy that there's no free nomination. There's no free eviction free week this season based on the calendar. Only for this to happen, and I think that is only this one that was remaining in the tree of trinkets, the nullifying of nominations. I feel like that was what was left. So maybe if he had picked any other ones, it would have still given him that. People that you need to be. I don't know. They want a full house for entertainment. It seems yes, and yeah, they do want that. They do want that. But these housemates, they don't need two people down. Is not even going to change anything whatsoever. Two people down is not going to change the nomination. That's how we will now have maybe what? Imagine if we have like top 15, because that's how it's moving. That's how it's looking. We end up having like top 15 or top 20 or what, like or top 18 or top 10. Ah, nothing disappointed more than the nullification. Thank you, Deborah. I was also disappointed. I was also disappointed. I didn't like that. This Avatar should go and thank her God, because this will be the third time she's escaping that. And maybe next week now she may not even be up for possible evictions. That's crazy. They'll do triple eviction in the next eviction show. Three is not even enough. They need to take like 4 or 5 people. Anyway, people that called out the housemates for their behavior.
According to your rule.
Sorry, people that called out the housemates for their behavior. Apparently, they've been doing the most. They've been doing the most with their microphones. Some of them, like the infringements, they've been getting a lot of infringements. One, and they were splashing water on each other, destroying the microphones, removing batteries when they want to talk. They've just been doing the most. I was almost surprised that the only thing people that addressed was the microphone thing. Aside the microphone, they've been doing the most in terms of coming at each other, getting aggressive, getting physical. I thought he was going to address that, even if he doesn't give anybody strike or anything. I was actually thinking he would address that, but he ended up not doing that. He just addressed the microphone infringements and their general behavior in the house. Right? He now said that according to the rule book, three microphone infringements equals one strike. I'm actually surprised because I don't think I've seen them getting strikes from microphone infringements. I always used to ask, this one is every day, every time you say, hey, this is a microphone infringement, this is a microphone infringement. What is the result of it? So it's today that he now said it, that it equals one strike. And for him to say it, it means that he's going to go through with it. So strikes are loading. There are strikes that are going to come this year that may be unexpected.
Look, 3 microphone infringement warnings equal a strike. Call out on your.
Sorry, before we even play this part, yeah, these are the people that Big Brother called up for the disobeying the rules, right? So I just wanted to give you guys an insight as to what was about to play.
Feet. Rue Boy, Bright Morgan, Thelma Lawson, Doris, Manson, Sultana, Isabella.
So those were all the people that were called. When he called Brights, I was like, gang girl, this is after he had said 3 microphone infringements in means one strike. He now called Bright among these people. I was like, okay, imagine if the punishment is a strike. That means Bright is going to just go home like that, disqualified straight up, because he has 2 strikes already. So I was actually a bit scared for him because of the situation on ground, right? But people ended up saying that their punishment will be reviewed later. So that's definitely not a strike. If it was a strike, he would have given them on the spot, right? And then he now said this is their final warning, as a final warning. So anybody that does anything moving forward, he will not even be lenient at all. It might just be whispering that use and collect strike from this point onwards. That's if he keeps to his word, though. Because these people that I know they understand them sometimes. English. So now sometimes we are talking to like a broader audience. Some people are not Nigerian, so they may not even. If I begin speaking pidgin, while a good day for this channel. I do mix it up sometimes, but some people are not like Nigerian. So yeah, for Sultana, he said she'll be given double punishments because while they were gathered there, Sultana went to use the restroom, and he counted for her to get back to the gathering, and she was slow. So he now said she's going to get like double punishment for that.
5, 4, 1.
When she came back, she was smiling. People are not told her to share the joke. Like, what's funny? Even after telling her that she's going to get double punishment, she was still smiling, and he told her to like share the joke. And one thing I know is that people that doesn't like when people act this way towards like whatever he's giving and stuff. So Sultana should just tone it down, because when people that decide to act, it may be crazy. She said, I have a theory that production determines the three content by putting whatever they want in all whenever they send housemates to the garden. So this is not going. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. That was my own thought process too. Although they didn't go to the garden today, but maybe last week, or there are other times where they've told them to go to the garden and they now went to put it there, because they didn't tell them to go to the garden today before the nomination process. But I feel like this was very, very, very intentional. I don't think it was, just a coincidence or luck. It was very intentional. Biggie, you will crumble. So then maybe speak Swahili. I wish I could speak Swahili. That's one language that I like. So now that's we are waiting for whatever punishment everybody is going to give. Then for the prize money, people that said that there's no addition to the prize money this week because of how they have been acting, right? So the prize money still remains the same. By the time these housemates are done, they may be left with 10 million naira in their accounts. People that said that this year they're going to work for it. There's no, like, it's not just come with money and go. That they're going to work for it. Who knows how much will be remaining? He can decide to do whatever he wants. He can decide to say that the prize money for the week is um or they didn't meet the minimum criteria, so he's not going to add anything, or he's going to remove from it. And before you know that 15 million naira or 10 million naira, the winner could carry go house. Big brother, I'm watching you. I got my eyes on you. See, then they play with me. So it's the nominated people too. Why are you angry? I don't know. Don't mind, don't mind. I knew he was going to make a big deal out of it. I think it's a strategy, Sha. But it's fine. Everybody's playing their own game. If everybody they play their game, they go. Yeah, he was pretty much angry. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it's intentional. So what do you guys think about um the nomination process? Did you did you like, do you like that there's no eviction this Sunday and the housemates have an extra week? All right, just let me know what you think. And I'm just gonna wrap it up in Data's voice. There's so much that happened today, but I don't want to include it in this video. I'll probably include it in my morning video where I can just like settle down and like say things accordingly. Mm. Yeah, he can. He does that sometimes. So you do better the free of service. Honestly, last week he was assistant. Nothing came out of it. This week now he's main head of house and everybody is safe. That's just crazy. I wonder how the housemates are going to be this week, knowing fully well that they are safe and there's no eviction. It's not as if they don't know. It's different if we know and they don't know, but now they actually know. I'm not happy because my people were not nominated and all for nothing. Yeah, I'm not happy too. But that's fine, Sha. Let me just end this live stream. Please give this video a thumbs up if you're currently on the live stream. And I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Love you.